Hello there, and welcome to live coverage of American Legion Baseball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. From Kraft Field in Grand Forks, tonight's matchup features the Grand Forks Royals playing host to the Fargo Post 400 Stars. Hi, everybody. My name's Alex Carminati. Happy to be here on this Tuesday, July 14th in 2026. Another version of American Legion Baseball here on KNOX Live Sports. Last time I was here, I had the pleasure of calling a marathon and then calling another marathon of a game that went a lot later than we expected. If you go back a couple weeks ago, it was the Grand Forks Royals playing Mandan here at home, and the first game went 11 innings. Mandan won 6-5. Our plan was to just do the second game. We got here early enough to set up and watch some of the first, and Sam Jensen was with me, and Sam got tired of talking once the game went to extras, so I took over, and eventually the Royals would lose that game 6-5. Second game would start an hour and 37 minutes later than expected, and Grand Forks would win that game when they beat Mandan 7-3. So that was the last time I was here. Last time us as a whole at KNOX was here was about a week ago when the Royals played West Fargo, a game where the Royals were leading 5-1. They would lose the contest altogether 9-5. That's what happened last time, about 6-7 days ago when we were here at Kraft Field, and here we are a week or so later, and we have this game between Fargo Post 400, the Stars, Grand Forks, the Royals. That's the matchup here. On this late afternoon, early evening, we will be covering the first of two games here tonight on KNOX Live Sports, and after the first game comes to an end, we will say so long from Kraft Field. Second game will happen as is, but the first game we will have here on our broadcast. So as we get set eventually for this game, we will get to the starting lineups and eventually national anthem and the first pitch and all that. Momentarily, it's 4:47 currently. We're scheduled to have a 5 p.m. first pitch between these two teams, and we'll see exactly what happens in game one of two. You are watching and listening to American Legion Baseball on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Fargo Post 400 Stars via the Grand Forks Royals here in Grand Forks on this Tuesday, July 14th. We'll step aside for a break and be back with more. This is American Legion Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersales.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
We welcome you back to Kraft Field here in Grand Forks, still moments away from first pitch. Fargo Post 400 Stars via the Grand Forks Royals. My name's Alex Carminati. Happy to be here with you on this Tuesday, July 14th. Yeah, I'm the new guy in town, the guy from Long Island, New York. Actually, tomorrow, believe it or not, it's the 1 month anniversary, if you will, if you want to put it in that context, of me being with KNOX. I've had a fun time so far. Looking forward to many more memories to make. And as we get set for today's game, we'll see who will make a memory in the right way. Who will walk out with a win in our broadcast tonight between these two teams in Fargo Post 400 and the Grand Forks Royals. This is game 1 of 2 of a doubleheader. Second game we will not be broadcasting. First game we will have here on KNOX Live Sports, as well as on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. So as we get set for the game, let's take a look at the starting lineups. Fargo, the road team, their lineup is as follows. Michael Essex is the number 1 hitter. He will play in left field. Batting second, Gus Wermeyer. He is going to be playing at first. Kay Mathiasen bats third, and he will be in center field. Colby Hansen is the second baseman and the cleanup hitter, the 4-hitter in the lineup for the Stars. 5-hitter DH Jacob Kleinicke, excuse me. He will be the 5-hitter, Jacob Kleinicke. Gus Pankratz will be the 6-hitter. He is playing in right field. Max Ammerman, he is the 7-hitter. He will be playing at shortstop. Ethan Dahl is the 3rd baseman for the team, and he will be the 9-hitter, actually. So pardon me, it's Essex, Wermeyer, Mathiasen, Hansen, Caleb Blanchett. He is the actual 5-hitter playing the catcher position. Jacob Kleinicke is the 6-hitter, pardon me. He's the DH. Gus Pankratz, he will be the 7-hitter playing in right field. Max Ammerman, he is the 8-hitter playing at shortstop. Ethan Dahl's the 9-hitter playing at third base. Not hitting starting pitcher, Alex Christofferson for Fargo Post 400. Grand Forks, the Royals, their lineup is as follows. Caden Tostenson is the leadoff man playing in center field. Gabe Schauer is the pitcher. He bats second. Ryan Corinta, he is going to be the 3-hitter playing in left field. Xander Wayne, he is going to be the 4-hitter cleanup man. He will be playing first base. Alex Seaver is the shortstop playing at that position and batting 5th. David Larson's the catcher batting 6th. Matt Dosh is the 7-hitter. He is playing at second base. Landon Pribula, he will be the 8-hitter playing in right field. And Kane Widstrup is the 9-hitter playing at third base. So Layden Pribula, again, he's the 8-hitter playing in right field. 9-hitter playing third base, Kane Widstrup. So that's the lineup for Grand Forks. Of course, the lineup you heard from Fargo as well. Both managers are meeting at home plate respectively. We do not have a camera operator, so that's the view you're getting here on this version of American Legion Baseball. So we'll see exactly what we get all together in this game today. We will be broadcasting the first of 2. We'll have the first game only here on KNOX Live Sports. We will not broadcast the second matchup of 2 on this July 14th between these two teams. Stars and Royals facing off at Kraft Field in Grand Forks. And again, as mentioned, both teams are facing off at 5 o'clock for a scheduled first pitch for this first of 2 games. Second game scheduled to follow at 7 o'clock. See what happens. Last time I was here, the first game went 3 hours and change. First game started at 5, ended at 8:07 with the loss for the Royals in 11 innings. Second game was supposed to begin at 7. That first pitch was at 8:37. That was a long night a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't get home till after 10:30. None of us got home till after 10:30 a couple of weeks ago. But for Grand Forks, the Royals, they're looking to get the first of 2, and they'll look to go for the DH sweep here today on this Tuesday. It's a hot one today. It's been hot all day, but a hot couple of days. Going to be a hot in the 90s as we continue throughout the week. Right now, currently 91 degrees. Earlier this week, 99, almost got to 100. And I tell you, with the feeling of it, it might not have been 100. It felt like 100 and then some a couple days ago, yesterday especially, and even Sunday was pretty hot and muggy. It's 97 degrees, felt like 106 on Sunday. I was only outside for a little bit, and then went inside and I took a nap. That's how tired I was from just walking outside in the heat. But we'll see if the weather plays a factor in this game at all. Of course, it's a hot, muggy day. The players are trying to be as hydrated as possible for this affair, so we'll see exactly what we get. Again, scheduled time is 5 o'clock. Maybe we start early. We'll see how that all pans out here. But both managers have exchanged pleasantries. The umpires will have a couple last words to say between each other before we get to the first pitch eventually. Alex Christofferson is the pitcher for Fargo Post 400. For Grand Forks, the pitcher today is Gabe Schauer. Again, lineups for both teams. Michael Essex is leading off, and he will be the left fielder. Gus Wermeyer, he is the second hitter. He'll be playing at first base. Kay Mathiasen bats third, plays in center field. Colby Hansen is the four-hitter, cleanup man playing at second base. Caleb Blanchett is the five-hitter playing catcher. Jacob Kleineke, he's the DH batting sixth. Gus Pankrantz, he will bat seventh and play in right field. Max Ammerman, he is the eight-hitter playing shortstop. Nine-hitter playing third base, Ethan Dole. And again, the pitcher for Fargo, Alex Christofferson. For Grand Forks, Caden Tostenson's the leadoff man. He'll play in center field. Gabe Schauer, he is the second hitter playing in the pitcher position. He's the pitcher for Grand Forks in this game. Ryan Carenta, he is the three-hitter playing in left field. Xander Wayne is the four-hitter cleanup man playing at first base. Alex Seaver, five-hitter, plays shortstop. David Larson, the six-hitter, is the catcher. Matt Dosh is the second baseman playing at that position and batting seventh. Eight-hitter, Layden Pribula, he is going to be in right field. Nine-hitter, rounding out the order for the Royals, Kane Widstrup, he is the third baseman for Grand Forks. So again, that's the lineup for both teams respectively. The Fargo Post 400 Stars and the Grand Forks Royals getting set for this late afternoon, early evening affair. You know, you're in a spot where, okay, afternoon's almost done. It's almost evening time. Work's done for most people. So what do you consider this? Do you consider this, late afternoon, early evening? I'm more on the early evening side of things, especially when you hit 5 o'clock, as we're 4 minutes away from the top of the hour. But I will say that, when it comes to this time in the day, it's more of an early evening. And then when the 5 o'clock hour rolls on, you're definitely in the evening. And then by 6 o'clock, yeah, you're definitely at the evening time. You're having supper with friends and family, or maybe friends, or maybe family, or maybe somebody else. I don't know. But anyway, it's something where the later you go on, obviously, you reach the evening part. But as we go along here, the forecast, again, right now, 91 degrees, very sunny, very humid. We'll have the temperature dip into the 80s by the time we get to 7 o'clock. Again, 91 right now, 90 by 6 p.m., 88 by 7 p.m. It'll cool down a little bit. Going to have a low of around 67 or so tonight and overnight. We're in a extreme heat warning that is going to be expiring at 10 o'clock tonight. There was a extreme heat warning that was supposed to expire at 1 o'clock this morning, but it got carried on to 10 p.m. today. So that'll be weather-wise how things roll in Grand Forks. And as we go along for the rest of the week, we're going to be in the 80s and 90s once again. So we'll have an 88 high for tomorrow, Wednesday, and we'll have a high of 90 on Thursday. So Grand Forks, again, is the home team. They are going to be on defense first, of course. Fargo, the road team, they will come to the batter's box. Pitcher again for Grand Forks is Gabe Schauer. He will pitch for the Royals. Grand Forks in white jerseys, blue lettering and numbers. Fargo in a dark blue base jersey with white lettering and numbers on the jerseys. That's what Fargo is wearing. That is what Grand Forks is wearing with those white jerseys you see on your screen. Again, we do not have a camera operator, so that's the view you're going to be having this entire contest. We are calling game 1 of 2 only for this Tuesday set of affairs. It's a doubleheader here at the ballpark between Fargo Post 400 and the Grand Forks Royals. We'll have game 1 of 2 here on KNOX Live Sports, and game 2 of 2 we will not have tonight at Kraft Field. We will be having some more games coming up throughout the week, where on Thursday, the Bismarck Governors will come to town to play the Royals, and Ryan Cunningham will have the call for that one here on KNOX Live Sports. My name is Alex Carminati. Happy to be here for this Tuesday version of American Legion baseball coverage on KNOX Live Sports and the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sale Sports Network. So, a couple warm-up pitches thrown. Last one finally delivered, and we're about to get set here for this game. Michael Essex will lead off for the Stars. Essex is playing at the left field position for Fargo Post 400. He is the leadoff man. 4:59 is the time, 91 degrees. First pitch from Schauer is delivered, and we're underway for game 1 of 2 of a doubleheader between the Royals and Stars at Kraft Field. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 to Michael Essex. So Essex is the leadoff man. Essex, Wermeyer, Mathiasen 1, 2, 3 due up in the order. Swing and a miss on the second pitch thrown by Schauer today, and it's 0-2. Schauer ahead 0-2. Essex down on 2 strikes against him. He's got to protect the plate. Here's the next delivery. Going to be ripped into left center on an 0-2 pitch. A high pitch upstairs that he got enough of. Essex is turning 2, trying to pull the trigger, and he will get in safely with a leadoff double to begin this game. On an 0-2 pitch, it's a higher pitch. He rips it into left center. Eventually, he's able to get a single. Then he turns the tables for a double, stretches a base hit into an extra base knock, and now he's in scoring position. Here comes Gus Wermeyer trying to bring him home early. So Essex on the 0-2 gets the single, the double. And now he's in scoring position. Here is Wermeyer. He plays first base for Fargo post 400. Here's the next pitch, spoiled back and foul, hits the netting. It is 0-1. So all the pitches have been strikes for Shower. First 2 pitches, good start. Got him looking on the first pitch, and the second pitch a swing and a miss. 0-2 upstairs, and it was ripped into the outfield and extended for a double. Essex at second. Wermeyer down 0-1. Next delivery, spoiled back and foul again. It's 0-2. So again, all the pitches thrown, all 5 thus far by Shower, have been strikes, including those last 2 foul balls you just saw. And we'll see on an 0-2 if Shower can be on the right side of the ball to record his first out of the contest. So it's 0-2, man at second. Essex gets stared down by Shower, the pitcher for Grand Forks. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Going to be ripped again over the head of the shortstop into left field. Being rounded home is Essex, and Fargo, post 400, strikes first blood. Gus Wermeyer with an RBI single. 1-0 Stars, the Royals trailing early. So Kane Matheson will step into the batter's box now. Nobody out. Back-to-back hits into left field, left center, if you will. It is Wermeyer who gets the RBI single moments ago, bringing home the runner Essex from second. Nobody out. 2 batters faced. 1-0 lead for the Stars. And now here's Mathiasen. He is down 0-1 to begin his at-bat. So when you see all 3 at-bats so far, 1, Shower hasn't thrown a ball thus far in the game, and he's starting ahead, but yet he trails 1-0 on the scoreboard, as does Grand Forks altogether. First ball of the day thrown in the dirt for a 1-1 count now to Cade Mathiasen. He is the 3-hitter playing in center field for the Stars. So the RBI single by Gus Wermeyer gives Fargo that 1-0 advantage here in the top of the first. Next delivery upstairs, that's missing for a 2-1 count now. Two-1 count. Keep an eye on the runner and Wermeyer. Here's the next delivery from Shower. Going to be popped up, playable towards left field, trailing shallow. Plenty of room to make the catch is the left fielder for Grand Forks, Ryan Corinta. So out number 1's recorded. Still a 1-0 lead for Fargo, but Shower gets that first out he's been looking for in this game. So Colby Hansen, he will step up to the batter's box now. You have 1 down, though a 1-0 lead, a man on first. Gus Wermeyer, he brought home Michael Essex, who had a leadoff double in the game, and then Wermeyer had an RBI single. First 2 batters that Shower faced, and then moments ago got his first out. Mathiasen flew out to left, and now Hansen, he is down 0-1 early in this at-bat. Hansen, the cleanup man, the 4-hitter for the Stars. Fargo's got a 1-0 advantage already. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That will be in the dirt, goes off the glove. It's a ball regardless. 1-1's the count. So Fargo with 1 run, 2 hits. Got a man at first right now. Batter is Hansen, trying to see if they can keep things going in a 1-out situation. Catcher on deck and Blanchette. Next delivery, strike on the outside corner. It's now 1-2. So it's 1-2 to Hansen. He's got to protect the plate here. So he had Essex on an 0-2, had the double. Wermeyer on the 0-2, had an RBI single. Hansen on a 1-2, we'll see what he's able to throw into the mix here. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Check swing, doesn't go around, ball's low, it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the first. Fargo post 400 strikes first blood. Michael Essex had a leadoff double on an 0-2 count. And then Gus Wermeyer, who's at first right now, had an RBI single off an 0-2 to give the Stars the first run of the game. 2-2, 1 out. Next delivery, ripped up the middle, though cut off by the second baseman. He'll take it himself, throw it to first. It's a double play, 4-3 style, and that will end the inning. So a chopper up the gut almost hits the umpire on the infield. It is Fargo unable to get more men across the base paths. A nice play there by the second baseman, Dosh. He takes himself, taps on the second base bag, then throws the first for the DP, and that's all after half of 1. But Fargo strikes first. The Stars up 1-0. The Royals will bat next on KNOX Live Sports.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks. Gear up for ski season or hit the trails on a fat tire bike. At the Ski and Bike Shop, we offer top brands, ski and snowboard service, and everything you need for cold weather fun. The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks, where your next adventure begins.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. Pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. SprayAdvantage.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks. Gear up for ski season or hit the trails on a fat tire bike. At the Ski and Bike Shop, we offer top brands, ski and snowboard service, and everything you need for cold weather fun. The Ski and Bike Shop in Grand Forks, where your next adventure begins.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm.
Welcome back to Kraft Field in Grand Forks. The Stars struck first blood, RBI single by Gus Wermeyer. And with the Fargo post 400 Stars with a 1-0 lead, we'll now see Grand Forks come to bat. Alex Christopherson is the starting pitcher for the Stars, and leading off for Grand Forks, Caden Tostason. Tostason, Shower, Corinto, 1-2-3 due up here in the bottom 1 to begin the day offensively for the Royals. Christopherson's first pitch is going to be a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1 off the gun. Tostason, again, the leadoff man. Shower will follow. Corinto bats third. Wayne is the 4-hitter, the cleanup man for Grand Forks. Next delivery, that's inside. Strike is called. It's 0-2. So 1-0-2. First 2 pitches is strike. Similar story for how Shower began his day on the mound. Next delivery, low, gets away from the catcher. No harm, no foul. No one's on the base path. So it's 1-2 to Tostason. Playing in center field for the Royals in this first of 2 games. Again, we will have the first game only of the doubleheader here at Kraft Field today. 1-2 chop foul, inside pitch, just getting a piece of it to stay alive is Tostason, the batter for the Royals. It's 1-2 still. So Christopherson trying to get that first out still. It's a 1-2 situation. Here comes the next pitch of the at-bat. Pitch number 6 of this duel. It's going to be upstairs, missing, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom 1. Grand Forks trailing 1-0 early. Leadoff man Tostason in the batter's box, and he almost gets hit by the pitch. He actually does get hit by the pitch. Looked close from up here. Looked like it just nicked him. It obviously did, according to the home plate umpire. So a leadoff hit by pitch for Caden Tostason. He'll take first base, and now here comes Gabe Shower, the opposing pitcher, facing his counterpart, Christopherson. So Christopherson will face his counterpart, the other pitcher, the pitcher for Grand Forks and Shower. Leadoff man aboard via hit by pitch. Showing the bunt, gets away, bunt pulled back. Wild throw hits the backstop. A stolen bag for Tostison. Easy stolen bag now puts him at second in scoring position. All of a sudden, a base hit can make this a 1-1 game fairly quickly. So it's a 1-0 count with that wild pitch from Christofferson. And here's the next delivery. It's going to be a strike at the letters just inside, and it's 1-1. So it is Shower the batter. Tostison goes to second off a wild throw from Christofferson. A lot of Christoffersons, Tostinsons, sons everywhere. Christofferson checks on the man at second. Next delivery missing outside, 2-1. Shower, first two batters he faced. Double and then a single. Single led to an RBI. That's why it's 1-0 Fargo. First batter for Grand Forks reaches on a hit by pitch, then steals second off a wild throw. Now it's 3-1 as that last throw misses upstairs and outside. Shower, the batter, on deck is Ryan Corinta. Nobody out. And here's the 3-1 delivery. That's going to miss, and it will be ball number 4. So a hit by pitch, stolen bag, walk right there. Grand Forks has their first two men on. Nobody out. Here comes the three-hitter, Ryan Corinta, with a prime opportunity to at least get Grand Forks on the board and tie this game early. So we'll see exactly what we get here from Ryan Corinta. As Christofferson's in an early pickle here. First two guys have reached. Third man comes to the dish. And the first pitch will be a ball. Showing bunt originally and pulling back was Corinta. It is 1-0. First baseman playing pretty close there. Gus Wermeyer, who has the RBI single for Fargo post 400. That's why they're up 1-0 early. Next delivery, bunt gets down, right to the pitcher. Both men will shift to second and third. Man going to first, and Corinta is thrown out, but he does his job with the sacrifice. 1 out recorded, but now 2 in scoring position. Here comes Xander Wayne now coming up for the Grand Forks Royals. So Xander Wayne will step into the batter's box. Last time I saw Xander, he had 2 different 2-run doubles and pitched a complete game. That was the win over Mandan in the second of 2 a couple weeks ago, before you had that first game that won 1,005 years long. First pitch, Xander ducks calmly, almost hits him. It's 1-0 though. So you got 2 on. Here's Wayne. Next delivery misses upstairs, 2-0. Xander Wayne is the 4-hitter in the lineup for the Grand Forks Royals. Cleanup man. Both teams have had at least 4 batters come to the plate. And that is going to be a ground ball ripped to third. Wayne is going to run. He will be out. Staying at third is going to be Tostinson. Thought about going for a second. Stays put on his horse, and that's a huge second out for Fargo. Wayne got a good rip of it, but not enough to get it into the outfield to score a man from third. So that's a ground out. That is going to be a 5-3 put out for a huge second out. 2 on, now 2 down. Here comes the 5-hitter, Alex Seaver, for Grand Forks. So Seaver will step into the dish, his first time in the batter's box today. First delivery, that's going to be a strike on the outside corner. Good frame job by the catcher to convince the umpire of a 0-1 call. And Grand Forks, prime chance to at least tie, as that pitch inside jams him a bit, but it's spoiled foul. It's 0-2. Grand Forks in the extra inning loss to Mandan a couple weeks ago. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th and the 10th, and they didn't score the winning run. That's why they lost 6-5 at 11. Larson's on deck if need be. 0-2 delivery, chasing outside and low. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Seaver is retired, and the inning is over. Grand Forks was threatening. They had 2 in scoring position, though no one for the Royals unable to come across home plate. 1-0 through 1. The top 2 is next on on KNOX Live Sports.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to Kraft Field here in Grand Forks. We're through one inning, and Fargo has the 1-0 lead. Fargo post 400. The Stars taking on the Grand Forks Royals. Grand Forks in the bottom of the first had a chance to tie the game at least. He had 2 on with 1 out, and yet they leave both guys in scoring position. Wayne grounds out, and then Seaver strikes out with 2 on and 2 out. Royals spoil an opportunity to at least tie, if not take the lead. Fargo up 1-0 entering this top of the second. And for Fargo, they've taken advantage of their situation so far. Michael Essex with a leadoff double, and then he was scored off an RBI single by Gus Wermeyer. The first 2 batters for Fargo able to contribute to the first run of the game. Caleb Blanchett will lead off for Fargo. 5, 6, 7 due up in the order for the Stars. The catcher for Fargo batting right now, and the first pitch to him is a swing and a miss. For strike 1, Gabe Schauer. Blanchett, 5-hitter. Kleineke's on deck. Pankratz is in the hole. Here's the 0-1. Delivered, chasing outside, swing and a miss, 0-2. So another similar situation where it's Schauer up 0-2, but after that, see what takes place. Sometimes it's gone well, and sometimes it hasn't. 0-2 delivery. It's going to be low and outside for ball 1. So 1-2 now. Here's the next pitch from Schauer. It's delivered, popped in the air by Blanchett. Playable on the infield. Second baseman Dosh is calling it. Now makes the catch in shallow right field on the grass. And out number 1's recorded, F4 style. And now it will be Kleineke who will step up to the box for Fargo. So Kleineke will step in. He's the 6-hitter for the Stars. The DH for Fargo post 400 in this game. 1 out, 1-0 Fargo. If you're just joining us, we're in the top of the second. Next delivery is going to be in the dirt, missing low for ball 1. Schauer. Again, first 2 at-bats look pretty good. 0-2. Next pitch after an 0-2, it was eventually just a tough situation where he threw it a little too high and the batter was able to take advantage. Essex had a single, stretched it out to a double. Wermeyer is able to bring him home with an RBI knock. Meanwhile, Kleineke's up 2-0 right now in this at-bat. And the next delivery is going to be a swing and a miss. Deficit cut in half for Schauer. It's 2-1. We're covering the first of 2 games, just the first game we'll have here. We will not be broadcasting the second game here on KNOX Live Sports, but we are here for the first of 2. Happy to be here. My name's Alex Carbonati. 2-1, and that's going to be ripped down the third base line foul. Inside pitch, golfing for that one was Kleineke. He was hoping that would stay fair, but it was curling foul the entire way. It's now 2-2. Again, we don't have a camera operator, so the view you're getting is what you're going to have for this game. If I was General Grievous, I had 4 different arms, maybe it'd work out, but I'm not General Grievous. And thankfully, I'm not, in more ways than one. 2-2 delivery. Here's the next pitch from Schauer, upstairs and missing. That's going to be now ball 3. Kleineke thought about chasing, doesn't pull the trigger. It's now a full count, 3-2. 1 out, and on deck is Gus Pankratz. Schauer's next pitch. Fired in there, ripped towards left field. It will bloop in for a single. 3-2, once again a 2-strike situation. The batter gets the best of the pitcher Schauer. That time on one out, he golfs it into left. That's a single for the sixth hitter and Jacob Kleineke. Now with a man on and one out, here's the seven hitter for Fargo and Gus Pankratz. Pankratz will step into the dish now. First time he will. Top of the second, Fargo up 1-0 already. They got a man at first trying to get some more runs across the plate with the early lead they have. Runner is going. First pitch, though, is spoiled foul. It will go out of play over the Grand Forks dugout. It will be 0-1, and the runner in Kleineke, who was sprinting to second, will have to trot back to first. So Pankratz, again, the batter. Max Ammerman is on deck for Fargo, if need be. The 0-1 delivery. Here comes the pitch now. That's way outside. Larson, good thing his glove is there. If he's not there, that's a wild pitch off the backstop, and Kleineke definitely is in scoring position. So Larson makes a much-needed catch to make it 1-1. Without any further damage. A Shower now keeps an eye on the runner at first. He looks to throw his pitch. Runner at first, thinking about going. Doesn't pull the trigger. Hops around, goes back. Meanwhile, it's a swing and a foul tip. It's 1-2 now to Pankratz, who has to protect the plate here. So the 1-2 looking for a huge second out here in this top of the second before a check on the runner at first. No tack applied. In safely is Kleineke, and he will stay put at first. So Kleineke is the man who had a single on a 3-2 with one out. He's at first because of that. Thought about stealing. He was good to go, but a foul ball kept him at first. Now it's 1-2. Next delivery is going to be ripped towards right field. That is playable. It is going to get down, but it is just foul. That's a tough break there for Pankratz. That was a well-hit ball, trickling in foul territory. Just goes foul, just missed. And for Grand Forks, that's a big break because if that lands, that's extra bases for sure, and maybe a run comes across home plate again. So anyway, it's 1-2 once again. Shower once again looking for another big out. He's got one out already. This is the third batter he's faced in the inning. Next delivery misses 2-2. So you got the first batter off a fly out on the infield, and then a 3-2 duel with the man at first, and Kleineke, he ripped it into left. Now 2-2 to the third man he has faced so far in the inning, and Pankratz. He himself has been in a duel with Shower, the pitcher for the Royals. Shower's next pitch is going to be ripped foul again. And Pankratz is really making Shower work extremely hard for the strike three call. Good perseverance by Pankratz here. I would say this is the 7th or 8th pitch of the at-bat. It's 2-2. And we'll see what is dialed up here. Can Shower get that big second out he's been looking for a while now? Before he'll check on the runner. Tag is late. Kleineke's in safely anyway. He'll stay put. So it's a 2-2 still. Shower's checked on Kleineke a handful of times during this at-bat. Twice or 3 times even. And the next delivery again upstairs, 3-2. And he's keeping his mind, in some respect, too much on the man at first. It's easier said than done, but you got to focus on the guy in front of you. Don't worry about the guy to your side. 3-2 full count. Max Ammerman's on deck if need be for Fargo. Once again, checking on the man at first is the pitcher Shower. He delivers his next duel, running, and now a pop-up that's going to be on the infield. Now going towards the outfield. Catch is going to be made in right field for a huge second out. That was an absolute duel. Shower gets a much-needed second out there. Flying out is going to be Pankratz, the right field. Making the catch is Pribula, and that's out number 2 in a 1-run ball game. Top of the second, 2 out, still a man at first. Kleineke went to second, then realized, okay, it's a pop fly. He's going back to first. Catch was made. He's back there safely. Anyway, 2 down. Now here is Max Ammerman, who will step into the dish for Fargo. That was a 9-pitch at-bat. And the next delivery is going to be upstairs, missing 1-0. So Shower, once again, has been in some sticky situations. He's gone only an inning and 2/3 so far. About a run and 3 hits, and now time is called. Time is called by the batter, and Ammerman, he wants to catch his breath in the hot sun. 91 degrees. It's 91 at first pitch about 25 minutes ago or so. And the next delivery is going to be ripped towards right. That will drop for a base hit. 2-out single. Going first to third will be Kleineke. Will he be in safely? Yes, he will. He is there, and it's going to be a single, 2-out style for Max Ammerman. Going first to third off the hit is Kleineke. Runners on the corners now for Fargo in this top of the second, and it gets to be a more spicy situation that Fargo looks to capitalize on. So Ethan Dahl, the 9-hitter, will step into the box now. 2 out, but 2 on. Runners at the corners. And Dahl, for the first time, will bat today after he bats. Regardless of what happens here, Fargo will go back to the top of the order. Next pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. So Michael Essex is on deck. He had the leadoff double. Eventually scored a run off the RBI knock from Gus Wermeyer. 0-1, check on the man at first. Runners at the corners for Fargo post 400. Next delivery, that's going to be low in the dirt. It is 1-1. Well, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on. Top of the second, 1-0 lead for the Stars, and they're threatening once again. Runners at the corners. Shower's next delivery will be fired in. That will miss and make it 2-1 the count. Time is called by Dahl, who wants to catch his breath. Wipes the sweat off his eyebrow and now puts the batting helmet back on. He's ready to rock and roll in the blazing sun. 2-1, again, 2 on. The count is 2-1, and the next delivery is popped up. Could be playable. It's going in foul territory. Larson near the wall makes the catch in foul ground, and the inning is over. So he makes the catch near the netting. A huge third out recorded. Fargo post 400 at runners in the corners. They strand him. It remains 1-0. Grand Forks down 1 will bat next on KNOX Live Sports.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Nothing feels or performs better than a properly fitted golf club. Whether it's irons, driver, or putter, call us today for your free club fitting. For over 30 years, the Golf Center in Grand Forks has been your club fitting leader.
Valley Truck in East Grand Forks is proud to support our local high school athletes. With over 400 years of combined experience, they keep our community moving on and off the field. Trusted repairs, quality parts, and support for the next generation.
Welcome back to Kraft Field in Grand Forks. Bottom 2, Grand Forks trailing 1-0. A Fargo post 400. Once again, the Stars were threatening. They had runners in the corners with 2 outs, and they were unable to get either of those men across the plate. A huge third out recorded, and a big pitch by Shower, forcing a foul ball pop-up behind home plate. Larson, the catcher, makes the catch to retire the side and end the inning. So it is 1-0. Again, Grand Forks is trailing. Larson, who made the catch to end the top of the second, he'll lead off the bottom 2 for Grand Forks at the plate. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Royals. You have Larson, Dosh, and then Pribula. Those are the 3 men you'll see at least here bat for the Royals in this bottom of the second. Again, 1-0's our score if you're just joining us. First two batters for Fargo got on base. Gus Wormeyer had the RBI single to score Michael Essex. Essex had a leadoff double to begin the game. He scored off the RBI knock from Wormeyer in the top of the first. That's the only run so far in this affair. First pitch to Larson, strike number 1. So Grand Forks, no runs, no hits either, no errors. Fargo, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. As we're in the bottom of the second. Larson checks his swing. Does he go around? The answer is no by the first base umpire, and it's 1-1. Alex Christopherson, the pitcher for the Stars, on the mound for inning number 2 of work. Here is the 1-1 delivery. That's inside, a strike again. Larson almost gets hit, but a pitch just enough for a strike 2 call. So Larson got to protect the plate. He's the leadoff man again for Grand Forks in this inning. 6-man in the order. Next delivery, curved in there, strike 3, going down Lookins Larson to begin the bottom of the second. So David Larson goes down looking. 1-2 situation. He gets frozen up, and that's a huge first out. Back-to-back Ks thrown now by Christopherson. Seaver struck out to end the bottom 1. Larson goes down looking to begin the bottom 2. Here's Matt Dosh stepping in. First pitch, spoiled foul, off the net and behind home plate. It's 0-1. So Dosh chips that away in foul territory as Christopherson's ahead 0-1. See how Dosh approaches the next pitch. It's a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Dosh is the 7-hitter. He's the second baseman for the Royals. First time he is batting in this game. Game 1 of 2. We are broadcasting here on KNOX Live Sports. 0-2 delivery. Fouled off his arm. And he'll stay alive. Got a piece of it. Didn't know where it was originally. Hit off him. Then eventually it ricocheted to the right side of home plate on your screen. And eventually it's 0-2 still. So it's 0-2. Christopherson looking for a third straight strikeout. 2 in a row to begin the inning. Next delivery, inside almost hits him. He dodges out of it. And it's 1-2 now. So Matt Dosh, the 7-hitter, dodges out of that, almost getting nipped by that pitch. Layden Pribula is on deck next. He'll bat no matter what here. Here's the 1-2 delivery. It's going to be strike 3, going down, looking on the outside corner. 3 straight Ks thrown, back-to-back in the bottom 2, back-to-back batters going down looking for the Royals. So 2 up, 2 down. Here comes Layden Pribula, the 8-hitter for the Royals, stepping in. First time he is batting. If he reaches the 9-hitter, Kane Widstrup would be next. First pitch is a ball. Pribula ducks for that one. And he's ahead 1-0. Again, 1-0 our score, but Christopherson back-to-back Ks, 3 strikeouts if you include the first and second innings. On a 1-0, it's lifted to center field. Plenty of room. Catch is made by Mathiasen, and the inning is over. Grand Forks down in order, 1-2-3. We've played 2, still 1-0. Fargo post 400 1. Grand Forks Royals 0 on KNOX Live Sports.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
We very much take a lot of pride in our work. Customer service has always been our #1.
We have the best materials. You're going to have the best people in the area to do the job.
If you can dream it up, we can make it happen.
Or head to gworkslf.com to get started.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new. Big or small, Finest Auto Trim can cover it all. To get a quote, go to finestautotrim.com.
Welcome back to Kraft Field. Top of the third about to start. Grand Forks down in order. All batters turned away. 2 of them turned away via strikeouts looking. Last man up, Pribula, flew out to center field as the Royals went down 1-2-3. So Michael Essex will step up to the bat to begin the third inning. He had a leadoff double to begin the game and scored a run off the RBI single by Gus Wermeyer. That's the only run that's come across the plate. That was within the first 2 batters for Fargo in the top of the first. Shower on the bump for inning number 3 of work. Next delivery low and ball number 1. So it's 1-0 to Essex. Top of the lineup for the Stars. They've gone around the order once already. Swing and a miss, 1-1 now to Essex. So top 3 guys, 1, 2, 3 due up here in the third. Essex, Wermeyer, Mathiasen will bat here for the Stars. Here's the 1-1 from Shower. Delivery, that's going to be a strike on the outside corner. Essex now thrilled about the call, but he is down 1-2 regardless of his opinion. Shower's next delivery on a 1-2, going to be ripped over to short, scooped up, though bobbled by the shortstop at the last moment. I would think they'd ruled that an error against the Grand Forks Royals. Shortstop there, and Seaver had it. Had a tough time fielding it. Goes out of his glove, and reaching off the error is Michael Essex to begin the top of the third inning. So you got the double and the run scored, and now he reaches off an error. Essex on base both times he has stepped up. Now he's at first, and here's Wermeyer, the man who brought him in the top of the first. First pitch going to be a strike on the outside corner, and it is 0-1. So Essex reaches off the error against Seaver at short. First error of the game for the Royals. Here is the 1-0. Running is Essex, and a pop fly. Essex caught in no man's land, has to go back to first. Dosh makes the catch on the infield at second base. Out one's recorded, and Michael Essex sprints back as fast as possible to prevent what would have been an ugly double play. But Wermeyer is turned away on the flyout. And now with 1 down, 1 at first, here's Mathiasen, the 3-hitter. Where's number 3? He steps in for the Stars. Essex again at first off the error. Shower's next pitch. That's going to be a strike inside. It's 0-1. Shower checks on the man. Essex at first. It's 1-0, just join us. Fargo's got the lead. Essex is running, and that's a high fly ball going towards right field, and that is going to get out of here. 2-run bomb by Kane Mathiasen. Fargo increases their lead. 3-0 Stars in the top 3. So it is 3-0 Fargo post 400. Kane Mathiasen with a 2-run missile to right. Essex was running either way. Mathiasen takes care of the rest. That's the 5th hit of the game. Runs 2 and 3 across the plate. And the Royals in a further hole. So now with 1 out at a 3-0 lead, here comes the 4-hitter. Cleanup man Colby Hansen will step up, and the first pitch is popped up. Playable for Larson for a moment. Runs out of room. Hits over our heads where we're located in the press box, and it's going to be 0-1. So they had Shower once again in a situation where he's ahead in a count, and then something drastic happens, and that was not good for the Royals, of course. Grand Forks yet to have a hit. They have more errors than hits right now as we're in the top of the third. It's 1-1 meanwhile to Colby Hansen. Next delivery from Shower, going to be ripped foul towards the Fargo dugout. Almost took out one of the teammates, but there's a protection screen in front of the players standing in the dugout, so they were spared some painful injury. 1-2 meanwhile. Hansen, the batter, in a duel with Shower. 1 out, 3-0 lead for the Stars. Here's the next delivery. Slowly hit back to the pitcher. He'll take it himself, flip it underhand style. Goes to first, out 2 recorded, and Hansen turned away in a 1-3. That's 2 outs, and now here comes Caleb Blanchett. He's the catcher for Fargo. So you have the 2 and the 3 hitters taking advantage of the setups by the 1 hitter. Those 3 guys are doing a lot of good work so far for Fargo post 400. Essex had the double, then scored off an RBI single by Wermeyer. Essex reached off an error and scored 1 or 2 runs off a 2-run bomb by K. Mathiasen earlier here in the top of the 3rd. Meanwhile, first pitch is going to miss wide, and it's ball 1. Hit the backstop. It was a wild throw. No one on base, though. And the next delivery is a swing and a miss. Blanchett's in a 1-1 count now with Shower. Again, we're covering just the first of 2 games in this doubleheader between the Stars and Royals here at Kraft Field. We will not broadcast the second game, but we're happy to be here for game number 1 of this doubleheader this Tuesday, July 14th. Next delivery, that's going to be low, missing, and it's 2-1. So you got 2 outs at a 2-1 count. Blanchett is the batter. He reaches. Kleineke would be next. Here's the 2-1 delivery, missing again, 3-1. So a 3-1 count now to Blanchett. Again, if he reaches, the DH Kleineke would be next. Kleineke's got a single earlier in this game. 3-1, ground ball over to third, scooped up, fired to first. It is not going to be in time. It gets away from the first baseman, trickling towards the Grand Forks dugout, and it's going to be a situation where Fargo is going to have another man in scoring position. They'll rule out an error against the Royals. The throw to first. Wayne couldn't pick it up cleanly. Widstrup was the third baseman, firing it over there. It was a tough pick. It gets away from him. Goes towards the dugout, not into the dugout. And now you have Blanchett at second, off the error. Man at second. 3-0 lead already for the Stars. And now here comes Jacob Kleineke with a chance to further increase the lead for Fargo post 400. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Stars. Grand Forks, no runs, no hits, 2 errors. More errors for the Royals than hits and runs combined. So Kleineke will now step in. You've had the top of the lineup deliver so far. We'll see if the middle/bottom portion of the lineup can get involved. Next delivery in the dirt, it's 1-0. Kleineke is the 6th hitter in the lineup for the Stars. Has a single earlier in this game. And we'll see if he can get another hit that could make it a 4-run lead. Shower keeps an eye on the man at second. Next delivery, Kleineke's got a hammer at foul. Got a good piece of that one, but he couldn't keep it in fair territory. So it's 1-1 to Kleineke after that spoiled pitch. Inning continues off an error. You had Wayne trying to pick a throw from Widstrup that got away. And because of that, the man in Blanchett is at second base on your screen. Shower keeps an eye on Blanchett at second. Here's the next delivery. Blanchett thinking about going. Here's a shot up the gut. Lining into center field. That's a base hit. It will be an RBI single for Jacob Kleineke. And Fargo post 400 has put up a 4 spot. They lead 4-0. So it's 4-0 Fargo post 400. It is the Stars putting up 3 runs here in this top of the 3rd to increase what was a 1-0 lead entering this inning. So an RBI single by Kleineke. He gets involved in the scoring party. And it's 4-0 Fargo. They've got 6 hits. And now the next delivery popped up towards right center, running for it. Both men. The catcher is going to walk to home plate walk to the dugout because the center fielder runs over, makes the catch. Caden Tostenson is able to run over and secure out number 3, losing the hat, but is able to get Grand Forks out of an inning that was not fun for them at all. 3 runs put up by the Stars off 3 hits. Fargo post 400 with 4. Grand Forks 0. The Royals bat next on KNOX Live Sports.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Go to rivards.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Welcome back to Kraft Field in Grand Forks. Fargo post 400 4, Grand Forks 0. Royals yet to have a hit, let alone a run. 2 errors in that last inning. 3 runs end up coming across the plate. And for the Grand Forks Royals, the deficit grows as they have yet to get a hit. They are down by 4, and now here comes the 9-hitter, Kane Widstrup, to lead off things for the Royals. 9-1-2 is due up in this bottom 3 for Grand Forks. After Widstrup bats, they'll go back to the top of the lineup. Tostenson will be the next batter. Shower, the pitcher, will bat third, due up in this inning. Christopherson in inning number 3 of work here. First pitch is a ball. So Widstrup will have his first at-bat. Last man to step into the batter's box for the first time today for the Royals. Then they'll get back to the top of the lineup. After a 1-0, it's now 1-1 with a strike at the letters. Christopherson, next delivery. Going to be a ground ball over to second, scooped up, throw to first in time, out number 1 recorded. The 9-man and Widstrup turned aside. On a 4-3 put out, Widstrup is going to head back to the dugout. Here comes Caden Tostenson, first man in the lineup for Grand Forks, and we're back to the top of the order now for the Royals. Caden, his first time up, was hit by a pitch and stranded at third base in the bottom of the first. That's a low and outside pitch, though called a strike. Good job by the catcher to frame it well enough. Not sure about that one, but it's 0-1 regardless. Next delivery, that's low, and the dirt missing. It's 1-1. So again, Tostenson, he was hit by a pitch, had a stolen bag, got to third, was left there. Since then, Grand Forks yet to have a man in scoring position. Awkward swing, chopped foul near the Royals dugout, remains 1-2. So they had 2 on in the bottom of the first, and both men, including Tostenson, were stranded. Then eventually, Grand Forks went down 1-2-3 last inning. Next delivery is going to be a strike 3 call inside, and Tostenson is out number 2. He's turned away looking. The 4th strikeout thrown by Christopherson, 3 in a row where the batter's gone down looking, and Tostenson is that 3rd straight batter to be struck out and to go down looking, as that's out number 2. So you got 2 down. Next delivery is going to be a strike to the next batter. That is Gabe Shower, the opposing pitcher. Pitcher v. pitcher matchup here. Shower, the pitcher for the Royals, in the box. He walked his first time up and was left at second base in that situation that Grand Forks had in the bottom of the first. 0-2 now after a swing and a miss, and Shower's got to protect the plate. Grand Forks in danger of going down in order for a 2nd straight inning. Christopherson to retire the side. Here's the pitch upstairs, missing, 1-2. So it's 1-2 now to Shower. Shower looking to keep the inning going. Corinto would be next, and never mind that. It's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, inning over. That's another K thrown. That's now 5 Ks thrown, 2 in a row by Christopherson to finish off Grand Forks in the 3rd. So Grand Forks for a 2nd straight inning, down in order 1-2-3. 3 in the books, 4-0 Fargo. Top 4 next on KNOX Live Sports.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, GrandTrailersales.com.
Rivals on the ice, united in the stands, and everyone's geared up from Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Hockey gear, fan apparel, Nodak Pride, we've got it all and more. Locally owned, 1004 South Washington Street. Shop local, shop Jarrell's.
Top of the fourth, about to start, 4-0 lead for the Fargo Post 400 Stars. They lead the Grand Forks Royals. Here at Kraft Field in Grand Forks, my name is Alex Carminati. Thanks a lot for watching and listening to live coverage of American Legion Baseball on the Rivards, Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. Game 1 of 2 of a doubleheader here on this Tuesday, July 14th. We'll be broadcasting the first of 2 only. Here is Max Ammerman to lead off for Fargo here in the fourth. 8-9-1 due up for the Stars. As the first pitch is going to be lifted on the infield. Wayne, plenty of room, makes the catch, and out number 1 recorded. So Ammerman turned away. He flies out to the first baseman, and now here's the 9-hitter coming up. That is Ethan Dole. So Dole will step in. Again, 8-9-1 due up for the Stars in this inning. First man just flew out moments ago. After Dole bats, again, you'll have Essex will come up for a third time. He's been the main guy getting the party started. Again, had the leadoff double, scored a run, reached off an error, scored a run off a 2-run home run by Mathiasen. Bunt shown, pulled back, though. Strike is called regardless. It's 0-2 to Dole. Again, Fargo Post 400, 4-0. As we are in the top of the fourth. Shower next delivery. That's going to be outside, missing 1 and 2. So Michael Essex is on deck, regardless of what happens here. He will bat no matter what happens to Dole. As a 1-2 with 1 out. Shower looking for a big second out. Here's the next pitch. It's delivered. Does not pull the trigger. It misses low. It's 2-2, and the count is even. 2-2 delivery. Right back to the pitcher. Shower scoops it up, fires the first, out recorded, and turned aside as the 9-hitter Ethan Dole for out number 2. Another comebacker, 1-3 put out. Through the order, Fargo has gone twice. Michael Essex will come to the bat now for a third time in this game for Fargo Post 400. Essex again with the double, scored a run, reached off an error, scored a run off a 2-run blast. So we'll see what Michael can do here as his team leads 4-0. First pitch will be a strike, and it's going to be 0-1. Again, keep in mind, Grand Forks yet to have a hit in this game, let alone they're down 4-0. Grand Forks with more errors than hits as we are in the top of the fourth. Next delivery, it's going to be missing for a ball. Looked like a strike from up here, but something differently seen from the home plate umpire. 1-1 with 2 out. Shower's next delivery popped up foul over the heads of the Grand Forks dugout. And over heads of some fans also, as it's going to be 1-2 now. So Essex to protect the plate. Shower to retire the side. Next delivery low, misses the dirt, 2-2. This is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 4-0 lead for the Stars in the top of the fourth. Grand Forks, the Royals down, and yet to have a hit, as they're still on defense here. Essex to continue the inning. That's going to be a slow roller over to shortstop. Seaver spins, throws over to first, but not in time. Wayne is thrown off the bag, and it's going to be an infield single there for Michael Essex to continue the inning. 7th hit of the game for the Stars. Essex is now 2 for 2. He also reached off an error. Gus Wermeyer will now step in, have the RBI single to make it 1-0. All the way back in the top of the first. Speedy Michael Essex is at first, reaches with an infield single. Seaver, a nice throw, but he pulled Wayne off the bag. Running is Essex. He will slide in safely. A late throw gets away from Seaver, backed up by Dosh. Essex is in there no matter what. He's back in scoring position. So another stolen bag, his second of the day. Once again, the Fargo post 400 Stars have another man in scoring position. Essex once again doing the honors. And we'll see if Wermeyer can bring him home one more time. 2-0 now. So he had a situation where if the throw doesn't pull Wayne off the bag, the inning's over, but that's what happened, and the inning continues. 2-0 delivery. Showers next pitch in the dirt, missing 3-0. Mathiasen is next. He had the 2-run homer to make it 3-0. If Wermeyer reaches off a walk, you would have 2 on, 2 out. Mathiasen with another grand opportunity. 3-0. Next pitch, that's going to miss for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Gus Wermeyer, the second hitter in the lineup for Fargo. 2 on, 2 out. Now here's that 3-hitter, number 3, Kane Mathiasen, who had the 2-run blast in a 3-run third inning. So Kane Matheson is the batter. First pitch, a ground ball. Essex was sprinting halfway from second to third, but he'll have to go back off the foul ball. So it's 0-1. Matheson again is the batter. Had the 2-run home run. With 2 on now and 2 out, another good chance for number 3. 4-0 Fargo, top of the 4th. Here's the next pitch. Going to be ripped to right. High fly ball. Going back is the right fielder. Does he make the catch? No. Yes, he actually does make the catch. Looked like he didn't have it for a moment, but they say he does make the catch as he hits the wall. The inning is over. Fargo still up 4-0. They'll strand 2, and that chance spoiled, but they still have a lead through 3.5. So 4-0, the Stars lead over the Royals. Bottom 4 next on KNOX Live Sports.
Open all year round to the public, Eagles Crest offers space for holiday parties and family get-togethers. And of course, daily specials, appetizers, and all your favorites, including Sunday brunch buffets. Come in for the view and delicious meals at Eagles Crest Grill.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
Welcome back to Kraft Field in Grand Forks. 4-0 lead for the Stars. Fargo post 400 had a chance to further increase the lead. Kane Matheson, who had a 2-run home run in the third inning, a chance for maybe a 3-run blast, but he just misses that. He is stopped at the warning track, and it remains a 4-run lead for the Stars, but the Royals got to get the bats going. One thing of them being down 4-0, they yet to have a hit in this game. There being no hit through 3 innings in a 7-inning ball game, unless, of course, you go to extras. But Alex Christopherson doing a very good job so far. Throwing 5 Ks in the process. He's allowed 2 men on base, and that was back in the first inning. Since then, he's retired 7 straight batters. That includes back-to-back innings of 1, 2, 3 innings of work. So Ryan Corinto will lead off for the Royals here in the bottom of the 4th. 3, 4, 5 due up. Corinto, Wayne, and then Seaver. Seaver has committed one of the 2 errors defensively for the Royals. First pitch to Corinta will be a strike. Christopherson ahead 0-1. So Corinta, the next pitch he will see will be a strike, and it's 0-2. 0-2 quickly to Corinta. Got to protect the plate here. Wayne is on deck. Xander Wayne wears number 17 and the cleat-up man in the lineup for Grand Forks. Next delivery, ripped foul, nearing our head in the press box, going out of play over the press box area into the parking lot, and it's 0-2 still. Again, Wayne is on deck for Grand Forks. Corinta in an 0-2 situation. Here's Christopherson's next pitch. It's a slowly hit ground ball that will go foul, trickling towards the Grand Forks dugout. It stays 0-2. 6 o'clock, brand new hour on KNOX Live Sports. My name's Alex Carminati. You're watching and listening to live coverage of American Legion Baseball, Fargo Post 400 Stars, via the Grand Forks Royals at Kraft Field in Grand Forks. Stofferson looking for another K. It's going to be another pitch that will trickle foul. Ripped down the left field line, out of play though, and not in fair territory. It stays 0-2. So Corinta is really in a dogfight here, working hard to stay in the at-bat. Christopherson working extremely hard for another strike 3 call. He's thrown 5 Ks, and 3 of the 5 batters have gone down looking. Here's a ground ball on an 0-2. First baseman takes it himself. That's Wormeyer, who will run to first. The 3 unassisted to turn away Corinta for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down. Now here comes Xander Wayne. He'll step into the dish. The 2 on and 1 out. Hot shot to third. Great defensive play made by Dole to rob Wayne of a hit that could have tied the game back in the first. Second time Wayne is stepping up to the plate. Here's the first pitch of this at-bat. It'll be popped up, playable, trailing into the shallow outfield. Center fielder calls off a bunch of men around him. Catch is made by Matheson for out number 2, and on 1 pitch, Wayne is heading back to the dugout. So here comes Alex Seaver. 2 up, 2 down. Grand Forks down 4-0 as the first pitch to Seaver is going to be a ball. 11 straight batters retired at the expense of the Royals. Here's a 1-0 delivery getting away. Not far enough towards the backstop, but it's definitely upstairs and outside, getting away from the strike zone to make it 2-0. Here's the next delivery. Upstairs, 3-0 now. Again, Grand Forks, not with a hit, not with a run, 2 hours. They've had 2 runners on via a hit by pitch and a walk. And Christopherson in a really good line here as he's pursuing a no-hitter. Meanwhile, a 3-0 turns into a 4-0, so a 4-pitch, 2-out walk. Still, no hits for Grand Forks, but that's the first batter for Grand Forks to reach on base since the bottom of the first. It was a 4-pitch walk moments ago to Alex Seaver. Seaver's at first. Now here comes David Larson. Larson struck out looking his first time up. So Larson will step in. 2 outs, 1 on. Grand Forks yet to have a hit. Larson looking to get that and maybe get his team even on the board. Christopherson's first pitch to Larson, throws it for a strike, loses his hat in the process. It falls off his head. He'll get the ball back and put the cap back on, make sure it stays on this time. So it's an 0-1. Here's the next delivery. Upstairs, 1-1 now. Christopherson again, the pitcher for the Stars. has thrown 5 Ks. Before the last batter reached via a walk, he had 11 straight Grand Forks Royals turned away. Strikeout, fly out, ground out, etc. Next delivery, that's missing. It's 2-1. Larson ahead of the count. It's the bottom of the 4th, and Grand Forks down 4. Middle part of the game where if they get something here, it gets them back in slowly before they reach the final stages eventually. Half-hard swing. Larson goes around 2-2. Not sure exactly what he wanted to commit with on there. He goes with the swing most likely against his will. So you have deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Good chance to retire the side for Christopherson and Fargo. 4-0 lead. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Ground ball over too short. A throw to first will be in time, and the inning's over. Through 4, Grand Forks still yet to record a hit. Larson grounds out the end of the inning. Alex Christopherson throwing a no-hitter through 4 innings of play. 4-0 Stars over the Royals. Top 5 is next on KNOX Live Sport.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Nelson Auto in Grand Forks is proud to sponsor area athletics. We know the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto in Grand Forks, home to Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
We're back here at Kraft Field. It's the top of the 5th, and it's 4-0 Stars over the Royals. Fargo post 400, really in control since the start of the game, and they have been continuing to build off their lead. They had a 1-0 lead through 1. Then they put up 3 in the 3rd. Fargo post 400 had a chance for more in the 4th. Couldn't get those runs across the plate. But it's been Alex Christopherson throwing a no-hitter through 4 innings of play. At one point retired 11 straight batters. He's thrown 5 Ks in the process. He's allowed 2 walks and a hit by a pitch. Those are the only runners for Grand Forks to reach on the base path. Nobody has reached for Grand Forks via a hit. Through 4, and now as we're in the top of the 5th, Fargo back to bat. Colby Hansen will lead off for the Stars. 4-5-6 due up in this inning for Fargo post 400. So Hansen is the second baseman who is the cleanup hitter in the lineup. So again, 4-5-6 due up in this 5th inning for Fargo. Shower still on the bump for inning number 5 at work, and the first pitch is going to be a curving ball that will roll out of play and foul. It's a hanging curveball there that was spoiled foul near the left field wall. Left fielder running out of room there. Corinta had a chance, but ran out of room towards the end. 0-1 now. Next delivery, Shower delivers it. It's going to be ripped down the third base line and fair. A leadoff single for Colby Hansen. He'll stay at first. A long rip. That's another knock for the Stars. That's their 8th hit of the game. A leadoff single gets the 4-hitter at first. Here comes the 5-hitter, Caleb Blanchette, now coming to the batter's box. That's a single down the third base line, a long single if you will. Well, now the 5-hitter for the Stars steps in. They already have a 4-run lead. Check on the runner at first. Tag is not in time. Back in safely is Hansen, who had the leadoff single moments ago. Shower as a runner's going. It's going to be a stolen bag, late throw, no tag applied. Easy stolen bag there for Hansen. He's in scoring position. Another man at second for Fargo. That's their 3rd stolen bag of this contest. And once again, another guy at second base and a chance to bring some more runs across the plate for the visitors. This is the first of two games. We are broadcasting just the first one here tonight. On a 1-0 that's popped up into right field, making the catch, Dosh calls off the right fielder. Matt Dosh secures out number 1, and staying on second base will be Hanson. Blanchett will go back to the dugout as he's turned aside. Jacob Kleineke will now step into the dish. He's 2 for 2. That includes an RBI single that made it 4-0 in a 3-run fourth inning. First pitch he sees, he's going to pop it up. It's trailing foul. Carinta had room for a moment, now runs out of room and will go well out of play, and it's 0-1. Yeah, we don't got a camera operator, so the view you see is what you're going to have and what you've been having in this contest. We, as mentioned, are just broadcasting the first of two games tonight. We will not have coverage of the second duel between these two teams in a doubleheader on this July 14th, Tuesday. 0-1 after that foul ball. Kleineke and company up 4, looking to add some more runs in their column. That's going to be a line right to the third baseman. Kleineke golfed low for it. The slap right to the third baseman. Winstrup dives and makes the catch, goes down low for it. That's a big catch and a huge second out. Good piece of hitting, but a better defensive play. Kane Winstrup crouching low to secure that one. Man at second still, now 2 out. Now here's the next batter in Gus Pankratz. First pitch, Pankratz will lift it to left field. Carinta's got room. He will make the catch. Inning is over. Fargo has a leadoff man reach and steal a bag. He'll be stranded there after that. Nothing for the Stars to get a 5th run across the plate. We are through 4.5. 4-0 still Fargo post 400. Grand Forks still has 0. They bat next on KNOX Live Sports.
Hey, this is Pastor Paul. I'd like to welcome you to Hope Church, especially if you're a person that doesn't have a place where you hang out spiritually. We would love for you to come and experience hope and find God. Hope Church, 9, 10:30, and 6 p.m. on Sundays. For more information, you can check out gfhope.org.
Pick 6 for $19.99, a perfect meal for 2.
That's gotta rhyme.
Well, how about munching on Pick 6, my mouth going yap, yap. People always staring at my wings, they go flap, flap. Dave is so surprised because he didn't know I'd rap. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
H&S Electrical Services is proud to support local high school sports. From homes to industry, we deliver safe, reliable electrical solutions. Locally owned and operated, our skilled team ensures quality and service you can trust. H&S, trusted in your homes and businesses.
Welcome back to Kraft Field in Grand Forks. We're about to go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 4-0 Fargo post 400 over the Grand Forks Royals. The Royals still yet to have a run, still yet to have a hit in this game. Alex Christopherson pitching a gem through 4. He's thrown 5 Ks. At one point retired 11 consecutive batters. And we'll see exactly what this inning will bring for Grand Forks if they can get a hit, let alone a run, to get them in the score column. So for Grand Forks, they will have 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup due up here, bottom half of the order. Matt Dosh, Layden Pribula, and then Kane Widstrup due up in that order in this 5th inning. It's Christopherson and Fargo with the 4-run advantage. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Fargo, no runs, no hits, 2 errors for Grand Forks. Now here comes Dosh to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th. So here's Dosh. Struck out looking his first time. Second time that Dosh, Pribula, and Widstrup will see Christopherson. First pitch of this at-bat is going to be inside, almost hits him. It's ball 1. So again, the second game will follow this one. We will not be covering that matchup. That second game is scheduled to begin at 7 o'clock. Right now it's 6:14, so not a good pace and time. Might start a little bit later than 7 o'clock, but we'll see exactly what happens here. That pitch is spoiled back. It's 1-1. Next delivery to Dosh is going to be low, missing. Catcher didn't have a full grasp on it, but it's 2-1 nonetheless. Dosh is ahead 2-1 here. Leadoff man in this bottom fifth. Grand Forks down 4-0. Here's the next delivery. Chopper once again foul. 2-2. That time trickling towards the Fargo dugout, and the count is even. Dosh, one of the 5 strikeout victims in a 2-2 situation with Christofferson. What will the next pitch bring? Here she comes. It's delivered, and it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Once again, Dosh is down on strikes. That is K number 6 of the day for Alex Christofferson. So Christofferson throws another K. 6th he's thrown. Dosh is a strikeout victim for a second time. And now here comes Pribula, the 8-hitter for the Royals. Layden Pribula steps into the dish. He flew out his first time up. We'll see what he brings to the table this time. That's low for ball number 1. Pribula is ahead 1-0 right now in the count. Again, flew out his first time up. Second time he sees Christofferson. Next delivery. Upstairs, it's 2-0. So Grand Forks has gone through the order once. They will for sure go through the order twice, regardless of what happens here in the inning. Fargo nearing 3 times they've gone through the order. They'll do that in the top of the 6th. Next delivery, it's now 2-1 inside pitch for a strike. As it's 2-1 now. Christofferson's next delivery. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. It's 2-2. So the count even again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dosh was in a 2-2 situation. He struck out swinging. For Pribula, what will his outcome be? We'll find out momentarily. As Christofferson looks to retire another batter via the K, looking for a 7th K of the contest. The 2-2. Here comes the delivery. Christofferson winds and deals. That is lined foul. Hits off the netting behind home plate and will continue the at-bat. Widstrup will bat no matter what next for the Royals. For Pribula, trying to avoid being a second out of the inning. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3 recorded. And strikeout number K thrown by Alex Christofferson of Fargo. 2 straight Ks, 7 total. Christofferson continues to wheel and deal for the Stars. And now here comes Winstrup. The 9-hitter in the lineup for the Royals. Winstrup. He grounded out on a 4-3 his first time up. First delivery, that spoiled foul over our heads behind the press box, and it's 0-1. So Christofferson trying to carry this no-hitter through 5. He's gone 4 2/3 innings of work. Looking to continue the no-hitter as the next delivery goes through the catcher's legs, and it's 1-1. No one on the base path, so no harm, no foul. If Widstrup was to reach back to the top of the order for the Royals, Caden Tostenson is on deck if need be. Next delivery, that misses for a ball. So all those that have reached for Grand Forks have been stranded, and they've reached off either walks or a hit by pitch situation. Here's the 2-1. That will be a strike on the outside corner, 2-2. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, looking to get through another inning for Christofferson. Here's the 2-2 delivery. That just misses. It's 3-2. Christofferson's had 2 back-to-back 1-2-3 innings in the second and third. Looking for another one of those, and maybe it could be a 8th K included. Looking for a 3rd straight strikeout nonetheless here in the inning. Struck out the first 2 batters he's faced here in the 5th. Winstrup into 3-2. That's a foul ball chopped towards the Grand Forks dugout. It's a full count still. So it's 3-2 still. Christopherson will look for another third strike call once again. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Spoiled back. Thankfully, there's netting. If there wasn't netting, I'd be on my way to All True Hospital right now. Because I tell you, the way that was coming towards me, that was a rocket of a shot, and with my big mouth, I might have deserved it. But anyway, that was definitely a close one there, and thankfully we have the netting here. Matter of fact, All True, the All True scoreboard. Many thanks to them, and to, of course, all of our sponsors for helping us get on the air. And meanwhile, strike three is called, a foul tip, and an 8th K thrown by Alex Christopherson. We're through 5, still 4-0 to score. The Stars lead the Royals as we're about to go to the top of the 6th. 4-0 Fargo on KNOX Live Sports.
It's game day, and whether you're feeding the family or the entire team, Hugo's is the place to go. Score big with favorites from the meat department, delicious fresh veggies, and don't forget about the bakery to celebrate the big win. Hugo's Family Marketplace, your game day headquarters.
Thief River Glass handles it all. Aluminum storefronts, auto glass, windows, shower enclosures, and more. Just like our athletes, we're built for every season. No job is too big or too small. Call 218-681-1333 for year-round dependable service.
When you're looking for a change of pace, a change of routine, or a change of scenery, we'll help you find what's next. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Top of the 6th, still 4-0 the score. Fargo post 400 leads the Grand Forks Royals. And for Grand Forks, they have yet to record a hit. They're down 4-0. Gabe Shower still on the pitcher's mound for Grand Forks. He'll stay in the ballgame. And now here comes Max Ammerman to lead off for Fargo in this 6th inning. 8-9-1 due up. So Ammerman will be the leadoff man here. He's a lefty batter who faces the righty pitcher in Shower once again. Shows bunt. He will go around for a strike one call. It's 0-1. So 0-1's the count to Ammerman. Fargo 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Grand Forks yet to record a hit, no runs, and they've recorded 2 errors against them. It's 1-1 now to Ammerman. And again, the story has been Christopherson. He has been lights out. 8 Ks thrown, 3 in a row, 3 straight Ks in that 5th inning to retire the bottom 3 of the order for the Royals in order. 1-2 now as that next pitch is spoiled back and foul. Christopherson, at the same time, retired at one point 11 straight batters. Here's the 1-2 delivery as Shower looks for a first out in his own right in the 6th inning. It's going to be ripped down the right field line and foul. Staying in the duel is Ammerman. And it's now 1-2. Shower still looking for that first out here to begin the 6th inning. Ammerman looking to keep it going. Next delivery, fouled off again, hits the netting behind home plate. And it's 1-2. So 8-9-1 due up. Ammerman, Dull would be next, and then back to the top of the lineup with Essex. Fargo about to go through the order 3 times. Next delivery fouled again. And it's Ammerman really making Shower work hard for the strike 3 call. So Essex, no matter what, will get a 4th at-bat. Sees the 3rd man due up in the order in this inning, and the leadoff man is still in the box. 1-2 delivery. Going to be ripped foul again. Pitches inside continuously and fouling them off one by one is Ammerman, as it's still 1-2. Time is called to get a new ball in play, or just to have the home plate umpire have a couple spare ones in his back pocket. So now we'll resume. Ammerman steps back in, the lefty batter against the righty pitcher in Shower for the Royals. We'll try this again. The 1-2 delivered once more, missing for a 2-2 count now. Had about 3 or 4 straight foul-offs there before that last ball thrown moments ago. So now we're at a 2-2 count. It's a 4-0 lead for the Stars. Ammerman's the batter, and he will take the next pitch low for a ball, and it's 3-2. Low and inside, it is going to be a full count, 3-2 to the leadoff man in the inning, Max Ammerman. We're in the top of the 6th, and the Stars up 4-0. Next delivery to be fired in there, and that will be a ball 4 call. Close one there, but Ammerman gets the best of it. He will take his base at first. He'll trot with the leadoff walk, and now here comes Dole, the 9-man in the order for the Stars. Dole will step in. In this game is 0 for 2. The third time he will bat. So he had the walk there by Ammerman moments ago to begin the inning. First pitch is now a ball to Dole. It's 1-0. Essex again will bat no matter what. He's been at the batter's box 3 times. Double, scored a run. Single, scored a run off a home run. Reached off an error. Here's the 1-0 from Shower now. Runner is going. Swing and a miss upstairs. The throw down is going to be in time, and Ammerman is throwing out trying to get to second base. Infield umpire thought about it for a moment, decides, yeah, he's out. So that is a huge first out here on the top of the 6th, and Max Ammerman will head back to the dugout disappointed. So now it's a 1-1 with nobody on. Dole chased a high pitch upstairs, swung for the fences there and got nothing of it. Meanwhile, his teammate got thrown out stealing to second. Now it's 2-1, and Dole's back ahead of the count. Next delivery from Shower. That'll be a strike on the outside corner. It's 2-2. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 4-0 Fargo, top of the 6th. Essex is due next no matter what now with 1 out. And that's going to be ripped right to the shortstop. Seaver makes an easy catch, lunges down, secures it for out number 2. And now you have 2 down with the leadoff man, the number 1 hitter, Michael Essex, coming back to the dish for a 4th time today. So again, Essex has the double on the run. Error scored off a run off a home run. Got a single as well. He's 2 for 2. He also reached off an error. Leadoff man, first pitch in the 4th at-bat he has today will be ball 1 call. If he reaches, Wermeyer would be next. Next delivery is going to be ripped into left. That's a base hit, 2-out style with a single. So a 2-out single there for Essex. That's his 3rd hit of the day, 3 for 3. He goes to first again, and here comes Wermeyer to the batter's box again. Wermeyer will bat for a 4th time as well. And 3 for 3, also reaching off the error, is Essex, an error against Seaver earlier in the contest. Essex is at first, has a stolen bag in the 1st and a stolen bag in the 3rd. First pitch, spoiled foul over the Fargo dugout and out of play. Pardon me, it's 1-1 now. So Wermeyer, after that, call time and will step in. Shower keeps an eye on Essex at first. Here's the next delivery. Essex is going. High fly ball, ripped towards right. Could be playable. Trailing foul. Right fielder makes the catch with plenty of room for a huge 3rd out. That's a big play there by Layden Pribula. Just staying in foul territory to secure out number 3. Inning over. Another hit recorded for Essex. He's 3 for 3 and 4 total at-bats today. But it's still 4-0 the Stars. The Royals will bat again. Still yet to record a hit. They will bat next on KNOX Live Sports.
Ready to launch your future? At Northland Community and Technical College, opportunity starts here. Train for high-demand technical and skilled trades or start with an affordable Associates of Arts degree and transfer with ease. Visit northlandcollege.edu.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
For expert sales and service, visit Acme Equipment or online at acmekubota.com.
The body shop you work with is your choice, so pick the local team with the service you trust. Modern Auto Body in Grand Forks can make it look like the accident never happened. Schedule an appointment for an estimate on our website or give us a call.
Welcome back to Kraft Field in Grand Forks. Bottom 6, Grand Forks will come to bat, still hitless in this one. Alex Christopherson, 5 strong shutout innings. No hits allowed, 8 Ks in the process. 11 at one point retired in a row. And he will now face the top of the lineup. 7, 8, 9 were in the batter's box for Grand Forks. They all struck out in that order, 1, 2, 3. So now Grand Forks down 4, bottom of the 6th, yet to record a hit. Caden Tostison will lead off. The leadoff man, the #1 hitter, will return as he will bat for a 3rd time. Stofferson, again with 8 Ks, has thrown 3 in a row. And the next pitch he fires is a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. So 0-1 is the count to Tostinson. As we're in the bottom of the 6th, 4-0 Fargo, post 400 if you're just joining us. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. First 2 batters were able to bring home the first run. Essex had a double to lead off the game, then scored off an RBI single. Essex had a situation where he reached off an error, then he was brought in by a 2-run home run. It was a part of a 3-run top of the 3rd where another RBI single was brought across the plate. It's 1-2 meanwhile to Tostinson. Tostinson hit by a pitch and he struck out looking. He was the 4th of 8 strikeouts thrown by Christopherson. 1-2 delivery. That is on the outside corner for strike 3 again. 9 Ks, 4 in a row now for Alex Christopherson. And Tostinson, once again, is a strikeout victim. He goes down looking for a 2nd straight time. So 1 out. And the first pitch to the next batter in Showers. A ground ball to 2nd. Throw to 1st is in time. 4-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down, just like that. Grand Forks still yet to record a hit. So Tostinson hit by a pitch. Stranded at 3rd in the 1st. Since then, back-to-back Ks, gone down looking. Shower was the other man in scoring position in the 1st. Grand Forks down 1-0 in the 1st inning. Had 2 on, and they stranded both of those guys. And since then, they've not had a prime scoring chance, let alone a hit. So the batter now is Corinta. And the first pitch is spoiled foul. It's 0-1. So it's 0-1 to Corinta in the bottom of the 6th. Fargo still up 4-0. Ground ball again over to short, scooped up, fire to 1st. That's going to be in time. 2nd straight inning. The Royals down in order 1, 2, 3. This time the first 3 men in the lineup for Grand Forks turned away. So we've played through 6. It's still 4-0. Top 7 next. Fargo trying to put on the finishing touches in the final inning of regulation. This is American Legion Baseball on KNOX Live Sports.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting someone who pays attention to the little things that make a big difference. And to keep your family cool this summer, it takes Bryant.
Connect with Thermal Air today, your Bryant certified dealer.
In Grand Forks, it's about more than just where you live. It's about the people you trust when life happens.
At Logan Karski State Farm, we're proud to protect what matters most. I'm Logan Karski with State Farm, and we'd be honored to be your good neighbor.
When the lights go out, count on the pros. Bergstrom Electric in Grand Forks, the area's largest full-service electrical contractor. From commercial builds to homes, they're trusted for quality, safety, and award-winning work. Call today, 701-775-8897.
Top of the 7th, a 4-run lead for Fargo still. They put up 1 in the first, 3 in the third. That's all they've needed so far. Alex Christofferson throwing a no-hitter through 6. He's thrown a total of 9 strikeouts. He's now retired. A total of 7 consecutive batters. At one point, 4 batters struck out, either swinging or looking. So a new pitcher now on the mound for Grand Forks. Looks like it's Allerley who's the pitcher. Tough to tell the number from up here. But there is a new pitcher on the mound for Grand Forks. It is Allerley who is the pitcher for the Royals. So he will take over for Shower. Gabe Shower goes through 6, allows 4 runs off 9 hits. Did not throw a strikeout. So Kane Matheson will lead off for the Stars, who has a 2-run home run in this game. 3-4-5 due up for the Stars in this top of the 7th. First pitch inside, showing bunt, pulls it back, almost gets hit there. It is ball number 1. Allerley is the pitcher for the Royals. Don't have his first name here on the lineup card. Just has his first initial with an A. So Allerley, though, is, again, the batter for the Royals. As it's now 1-1, here's the next pitch delivered, ripped into center field, popped up, losing the hat is the center fielder. Tostenson makes the catch, and out number 1's recorded. So he makes the catch there for the first out of the top of the 7th. Grand Forks trying to make quick work of Fargo here to get the bats going in a do-or-die situation. Christofferson, 6 innings through, yet to allow a hit. 3 outs away from a no-hitter is the Fargo starting pitcher. Here's the next delivery. Popped up, playable on the infield. Dosh is calling for it at second. He'll make the catch, and out number 2 is recorded. Just like that, 2 quick outs. Now here comes Caleb Blanchett, who will step into the batter's box. And we'll see if he is a quick third out or if the inning continues with his bat. Jacob Kleineke is next up if need be. First pitch is back and foul off the backstop. Hit the tip top of the bat of Blanchett. Blanchett's the only man in the top 5 portion of the lineup of Fargo to not have a hit. It's 0-2 now to him. 7 and 9 hitters also hitless in this game for Fargo. 0-2 to Blanchett. Looking to retire the side. Allerley. Here is the pitch inside. That's missing. It's ball 1. So it's 1-2. You got 2 outs here. 4-0 lead for Fargo. Grand Forks backs against the wall. They'll have 4, 5, 6 due up in a do-or-die bottom of the 7th. On a 1-2, it's lifted to center. Tossison's got the room to make the catch. He does that indeed. 1, 2, 3, down in order goes Fargo. Grand Forks, this is do or die. They must get 4 to tie, 5 to win. They have yet to record a hit in this game. We're going to keep it here on KNOX Live Sports, live from Kraft Field in Grand Forks. Again, we're covering just the first of 2 games, so the second game we will not be broadcasting this evening. But whenever this first game ends, we will then say so long from Grand Forks. Though coming up on Thursday, we'll be back here when the Royals play the Bismarck Governors. Ryan Cunningham will have the action for those matchups. I believe he'll be doing both games of a doubleheader between Grand Forks and Bismarck on Thursday. I believe that'll be the deal. We'll confirm with Ryan eventually when we get to Thursday, but I know for tonight we're just doing this first of 2. We will not have the second game. We just have this first game, which is on path of nearing its end, unless Grand Forks can make a run here and seal it. Alex Christopherson throwing a gem. Looking to get the no-hitter and seal that part of a win that would be for Fargo. Christopherson, again, has not allowed a run. He's not allowed a hit. He's thrown 9 Ks. 1 point, has retired 11 straight batters. He's retired 7 straight batters, dating back to the 4th inning. And Christopherson is 3 outs away from tossing a no-hitter at Kraft Field this evening. So Xander Wayne will lead off for Grand Forks. 4, 5, 6 due up in the lineup. You have Wayne, Seaver, and Larson for the Royals for their last stand here, as they are 3 outs away from being given a loss. Grand Forks a couple weeks ago when we had the Mandan matchup. First game went a lot longer than expected, so we figured, yeah, we'd do a couple innings, and it went out to be an 11-inning game that Grand Forks lost. Second game, Grand Forks won. The last week, Grand Forks was winning 5-1. They would end up losing that game 9-5 against West Fargo. So West Fargo beat them last week here in Grand Forks. Fargo post 400 in line to seal this first of 2 games against the Royals. Christopherson coming into this 7th, not allowing a hit. He's got a no-hitter in line. We'll see if he can seal it. Xander Wayne, he will lead off for Grand Forks, the 4-hitter cleanup man in the lineup. Wayne in this game is 0 for 2, ground out and a flyout. That's his stat line. Xander Wayne will step into the box to begin this bottom of the 7th inning. Christopherson's first pitch as Wayne rips it over to center field, and that's a base hit. There goes your no-hitter. 6 innings of no-hit ball, now all turned aside for nothing, as Xander Wayne has a leadoff knock to begin the bottom of the 7th, and you got to feel for Alex Christopherson, because he was wheeling, he was dealing, he was having a great game. 3 outs away from securing the no-hitter, and Wayne, the first pitch he sees in this 3rd at-bat, he rips it into the outfield. So Wayne has the single. Now it's going to be a ground ball over to short, bobbled by the shortstop. A single and an error to begin the bottom of the 7th. Grand Forks has Wayne with the single. Seaver reaches off the error. 2 on, nobody out. And here comes David Larson with a very intriguing situation. But here comes a mound visit, and I believe we're going to have a pitching change after all this. Alex Christopherson might not be getting the no-hitter, but he for sure had a heck of a game. 6 innings of work, 9 strikeouts, retired 11 straight at 1 point. First hit allowed in the 7th, pitching a shutout. A really, really good outing for him. See if he stays or if he's pulled. And there's a mound visit. The infield, the manager, pitcher, and Christopherson himself. Home plate umpire will now come up to try to break up this meeting, and it looks like Christopherson's going to stay in the game. So Christopherson will stay put on the pitcher's mound. David Larson, a great chance to make this a brand new affair. 4-0 to score. Grand Forks' Xander Wayne breaks a no-hitter with a single. Then you have Seaver reach off an error. First error for Fargo. And the first pitch is low. Check on the runner at first. Seaver's back in safely. And for David Larson, see what he can do here. As you got a man at second and a man at first. 2 on, no outs, bottom 7. Going to be a strike, and it's 0-2 now to David Larson. So 0-2 to David Larson. Here's Christopherson's next pitch, looking for out number 1. Swing and a miss. There's out number 1. There's K number 10 on the day for Alex Christopherson. Larson goes hacking away, and he is out number 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Matt Dosh, the 7-hitter, now steps in. Double play would seal the deal here, as Grand Forks 2 outs left to play with. Wayne breaks up the no-hitter. Seaver reaches off the error, but Larson strikes out here. Check on Seaver. He's back in safely. And Dosh yet to face the first pitch of what will be his third at-bat. He has struck out swinging and looking in this game. Dosh has been a strikeout victim twice. 2 out of the 10 Ks by Christopherson. Dosh on the receiving end. First pitch, spoiled foul, awkward swing, going out of play over the Grand Forks dugout. 0-1. So Matt Dosh, the 7-hitter, down 0-1, next delivery, foul again 0-2. Dosh with 2 strikes against him has got to protect the plate. And he's in danger of not just striking out a third time, but being the second out in the 7th inning. So Dosh will step back in. Christopherson looks for a huge third strike call again. He's throwing 10 Ks already. He's struck out Dosh twice. Here's the next delivery right up the gut. It's a base hit into center field. That will score Xander Wayne from second. Matt Dosh an RBI single, and the Royals are on the scoreboard. 4-1 now the score. Matt Dosh cuts the deficit to 3. So Dosh gets the RBI single, scoring Wayne from second. Seaver goes to second off that hit. Dosh at first. 2 on, still 1 out. Now a 3-run game. And here comes the 8-hitter, Layden Pribula. Layden Pribula in the batter's box. First pitch outside for a ball. Pribula represents the tying run in this situation. So Pribula, one swing could make a big difference and change the game completely. Next delivery, ball number 2. Pribula is up 2-0 against Christopherson, who before the inning, a no-hitter through 6. Just allowed his first run moments ago off the RBI single from Dosh, and now it's 3-0 to Pribula. Kane Widstrup is next for the Royals. 3-0 count to Pribula. If he walks, the bases would be loaded up. Here's the next pitch. Inside for a strike. Almost hits him. He gets out of the way of it, but that pitch turned in the right direction in the last moment for Christopherson. So a 3-1 for Christopherson. Keeps an eye on Seaver at second. Here's the next delivery. Pribula takes it for ball 4. Christopherson can't believe he missed on that one. And now the bases are loaded. 1 out. Here comes the 9-hitter, Kane Widstrup. So Widstrup will come to the plate. 9-hitter wears number 9. And now the bases loaded and 1 out. Grand Forks looking to make some noise here with their backs against the wall. Here's the first pitch at the strike of the letters. So Widstrup takes that strike. He's down 0-1. Next delivery misses upstairs, 1-1. Bases loaded for the Royals. Grand Forks has Seaver at third, Dosh at second, Pribula at first. 9-hitter Widstrup now up 2-1. For the Royals, down 4-0 entering the inning. Snap a no-hitter, score a run. Christopherson flustered. Bases loaded against him. Here's the 2-1 delivery. That's going to be driven into right center. That's a base hit. 1 run's going to score. How about a second? It's a 1-run ball game, a 2-run single by Kane Widstrup, 4-3, and all of a sudden things getting more spicy at Kraft Field. So a 2-run single by Kane Widstrup with 1 out that knock. Runners on the corners, and I think we're going to have a pitching change now. Another mound visit for Fargo post 400. Grand Forks down 4-0, being no-hit enter in the game. They put up 3 runs off 4 hits, and now the tying runs at third, the winning runs at first, and Alex Christopherson's day is over. Had a no-hitter through 6, through 10 Ks, finishes allowing 3 runs and 4 hits, an error against the Stars. He throws 10 Ks in the process. He's also responsible for both men at first and third respectively for the Grand Forks Royals. So you got a runner in Pribula who was at third. Widstrup, who had the 2-run single to make it a 1-run game, he's at first. And with that hit, Grand Forks has gone through the order 3 times. Caden Tostenson will now come to bat eventually for the 4th time today. And there'll be a relief pitcher for Fargo. And the relief pitcher for Fargo going to be Tyler Froderick. Froderick will come in relief of Alex Christopherson. Christopherson is responsible for the runners on the corners. We'll keep it here at Kraft Field on KNOX Live Sports. This has turned out to be a heck of a game where it was looking like it was going to be a rough finish for the Royals. They come to life here in the 7th, putting up 3 runs off 4 hits, snapping a no-hit bid. And now, a base hit would tie it. And an extra base hit might win it. Tyler Froderick is going to be coming in relief of Alex Christopherson. He'll throw a couple more warm-up pitches, and then you'll have Caden Tostenson come to the batter's box. Tostenson will step into the dish. Grand Forks down 4-3. 3 runs here in the bottom of the 7th for the Royals. 1 out, runners on the corners. And here comes Tostenson, who is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Here's the first pitch of this at-bat. That will be ball number 1. It's 1-0. Tostenson again hit by a pitch, stranded at third his first time up in the first. Since then, he struck out twice, both times looking. Here's the 1-0. Next delivery, low 2-0. Froderick, the relief pitcher, trailing the count early against Tostenson. He reaches. Shower was subbed out for. And the next pitch will be a strike, so it is 2-1. Allerley would be next. He would pitch hit for Shower. Two and 1 is the count. Tostenson spoils it foul again. It is 2-2. 2-2. 1 out. Runners on the corners. 4-3 game. The Royals down 1. Froderick looking for a big second out. That is ball number 3. Tostenson thought he struck out again. He'll say, okay, thank you very much. I love to stay in the batter's box, and he'll do exactly that as it's now a full count. 3-2. Next delivery. Ball number 4. He walks. Caden Tostenson with the walk. Bases loaded again for the Grand Forks Royals. Tostenson will go to first. And now here comes Allery for Grand Forks. So for Allerley, we'll see what he brings to the batter's box here. 1 out, and the first pitch is a ground ball, a throw that gets away. No, it's actually caught, and tapping on the bag is going to be the third baseman. Force play at third is successful, but a run does score. Grand Forks has tied the game. Fielder's choice situation leads to a run coming across the plate. It is Pribula who scores the game-tying run from third. Allerley will reach off the fielder's choice. Waldorf will now come to pinch run for him. So there's 2 outs. It's a 4-4 game. Grand Forks down 4-0 and being no hit entering this inning have put up 4 runs off 4 hits. A brand new affair. And now a chance to win the game. Here comes Ryan Corinta. There's 2 on, a man at second. Corinta, first pitch, it's going to be a ball. So Corinta, lefty batter against the righty reliever in Tyler Froderick. Christopherson was taken out of the game after allowing 3 runs, now the 4th moments ago. Christopherson is responsible for that last run that came across the plate. So a 1-1 count now. Tostenson is at second. Next delivery spoiled, foul by Corinta. Froderick would be responsible for the winning run if Tostenson ends up scoring here, because he's the pitcher that allowed Tostenson to reach off a walk. So Caden Tostenson, he's at second. Waldorf, pinch running, is at first. Next delivery, 2-2. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4-4 ball game in the bottom of the 7th, and a base hit could seal it for the Royals in dramatic comeback fashion. Here's the 2-2. Froderick's next delivery is going to be ripped into right field. That's a base hit. The winning run's being sent home. The throw will not be in time. The Grand Forks Royals put up a 5 spot. They shock Fargo post 400, and Grand Forks with a thrilling comeback win, wins 5-4-7 in walk-off fashion. Down 4-0, being no hit enter in the inning. They put up 5 runs off 4 hits, and they stunned Fargo post 400. The Royals with a thrilling comeback win in Game 1 of this doubleheader. What a win for the Grand Forks Royals, a thrilling comeback. All the runs, all the hits, all the pizzazz gets done in the bottom of the 7th, do-or-die style. They do the job, and they walk away with a thrilling comeback victory. That's a big win for Grand Forks and a thrilling comeback fashion victory after what looked like not a great game, something that was not promising, looking like, okay, the 7th might be rough. Well, the 7th was a dandy, and it's the Royals who get a remarkable victory to shock Fargo post 400. So, we'll go through some stats here quickly. Again, Fargo post 400 led 1-0 and 4-0. Yet a no-hit bid by Alex Christopherson. That was broken up thanks to Xander Wayne's leadoff single. And with that, that sparked a run. 5 runs off 4 hits. He had some huge hits, especially with Matt Dosh, an RBI single. 2-run single, Kane Winstrup in the bottom of the 7th to make it 4-3. You then have the fielder's choice situation where it led to a 4-4 tie, and then the RBI single by Ryan Corinta seals the deal for Grand Forks, and the Royals grab the win. So with that, that's all for us here from KNOX Sports, Rivards, Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. My name's Alex Carminati. Thanks so much for tuning in this Tuesday, July 14th. Next time we're on the air for Legion Baseball. This upcoming Thursday, Ryan Cunningham will have the call between the Grand Forks Royals and the Bismarck Governors. Thursday, I believe he will cover both games of that doubleheader. Coming up on Thursday, Ryan will be here at Kraft Field a couple days from now for more American Legion Baseball. Tonight, in Game 1 of 2, it's the Grand Forks Royals victorious 5-4-7 comeback style win over Fargo post 400.